Hello everyone. Good morning students. In previous class we discussed about the chapter complex number, and in that chapter we discussed so many topics and problem based on complex number. Okay. Today, dear students, we are going to discuss about the representation of a complex number. Okay. And we discuss about argument of a complex number. Okay, and we find the argument of any complex number. We discuss so many questions based on them. Okay, let's see. So dear students, we discuss about the representation of a complex number. Okay, dear student, today we discuss about the topic representation of a complex number, means geometrical. First we discuss about the geometrical representation of a complex number. Suppose that here let z is equal to x plus iy be any complex number. Any complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented by a point xy, can represented by the point xy on the plane is known as the Argand plane, Dear students, a complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented by a point on the plane which is known as Argand plane. Okay, here x be its real part of z and y represent the imaginary part of z. Okay, so dear students, any complex number we can represent it by a point xy in a plane, on the plane which is known as Argand plane. Now to representing any complex number z is equal to x plus iy by geometrical, first we draw two vertical line as xo x dash and yo y dash. We representing any complex number z is equal to x plus iy. Just we draw two perpendicular line as zo x dash o x and yo y dash, as called x axis, and this is called, you know that very well, y axis. Okay, and now plot the point xy. Now we plot the point xy. Here x is represent the real part of z and y represent the what? Imaginary part of x. Now let us discuss the plane. Now let's see. We discuss about Argand plane. So the plane, dear student, let's see the plane in which we represent a complex number z is equal to x plus iy. Okay, the plane in which we represent a complex number z is equal to x plus iy is called complex plane, or Argand plane, or Argand plane, or also known as Gaussian plane. Okay, and any point P plotted on Argand plane and any point P in Argand plane is called the Argand diagram. The point P, okay, plotted on Argand plane is called the Argand diagram. Argand plane is called the is called the organ diagram. Okay, so dear students, we represent any the plane in which we represent a complex number, that is z is equal to x plus I y, is called the complex plane or organ plane, and any point P dotted in organ plane is called the organ diagram. Now dear students, let's see by the diagram. Suppose that we draw two mutual perpendicular axes as, let's see, we draw two mutual perpendicular axes as y o y dash, okay, and here we represent it as x dash o x. Now you know very well, this is the, here x dash o x is called what, x axis, and the vertical line y o y dash is called, you know that, y axis. And in that plane we let us consider a point P be xy, P be xy, and we draw PM perpendicular to OX and we join OY. Let us consider the line OP make an angle theta with the positive direction of x axis. Okay, let us consider the line OP make an angle theta with positive direction of x axis. Okay, now let's see the figure. Here the point P represented as xy is known as the organ diagram, and here let's see the length of the line OP is called the modulus of any complex number, that is the length. Let's see the length here, dear student, the length OP, the length OP is called the what, modulus of complex number, is called the modulus of complex number z is equal to x plus iy. This represents the modulus of complex number. Let's see, if we take P be a point on its organ plane, then here we take as the coordinate of P as xy, then it is clear that this is x and this distance is what, y. Now dear student, let us consider from figure. Here OM perpendicular to the axis x dash OX. Now dear student, this is your 90 degree. Now if we applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle PMO, then we get, let's see from figure, from figure it is clear that what, OP square is equal to OP square is equal to what, OM square, okay, plus what, PM square. Now let's see, distance OP square is equal to what, OM is what, x square plus PM is what, y square. Now if we know that AOP is equal to under root x square plus y square, this is equal to mod of z. So dear student, from figure it is clear that the length OP of OP in organ plane, the length OP represent what, the modulus of complex number z. That is, here let's see from the figure, we have OP is equal to under root x square plus y square, that is, this value is also equal to mod of z. So dear student, from figure, this is the representation of a complex number in its organ plane. Now let's see, you know that mod of z is what, under root imaginary part of what, this is also known as imaginary real part, square of real part of z, plus this is the imaginary part of z. We also write in this way, okay. Now dear student, we discuss about the argument or amplitude of z. What is the concept of argument or amplitude of z? Let's please concentrate in this figure. Here theta, the angle theta which OP make with the positive direction of x axis is known as what, argument, is known as argument or amplitude of complex number z. This theta is known as argument or amplitude of a complex number z. Okay, and let us take it is denoted by, let's see. Let's see, dear students, the angle theta here from figure, theta being the angle made by OP, with the positive direction of x, with the positive direction of x axis, with positive direction of x axis. Okay, x axis in anti-clockwise sense, okay, in anti-clockwise sense, is called the argument or amplitude of z, or amplitude of z. Okay, dear student, let's see once more time. Here in the from figure, theta be the angle made by the line OP with the positive direction of x axis, in anti-clockwise sense, is called the argument or amplitude of z. Okay, and is denoted by argument of z or amplitude, amp. Okay, only, yes, amplitude of z. Now let's see here, argument, and it is denoted by arg of z, and or amp or z means that argument of z and or amplitude of z. This is very important concept of argument of any complex number in its argand plane. Okay, let's see once more time. Let's see the figure here. Theta be the, let us consider here, theta be the angle made by the line OP with the positive direction of x. Okay, then in anti-clockwise sense, here theta be the angle made by line OP with positive direction of x axis in anti-clockwise sense is known as what? Argument or amplitude of complex number z, and it is denoted by arg means argument of z, or amp means amplitude of z. Okay, now let's see from figure. Now again from figure, dear students, again from figure, what we have, let's see, we apply tan in right angle triangle PMP. You know that tan theta is equal to what? Perpendicular upon base. Okay, now from figure, tan theta is equal to what? PM upon OM. So dear student, PM is y and OM is what? X. PM is y and OM is what? X. Now we can write as tan theta is, y is what? Y, you know that this is represent any complex number, na? This figure represent the geometrical representation of the complex number z is equal to x plus I by here. X is its real part and y belong in its imaginary part. Okay, now let's see from figure. It is clear that tan theta is equal to PM upon OM, means that perpendicular upon base, and from figure that is y upon x. Here y is what? Imaginary part of y, and x is what? Real part of z, means real imaginary part of z, and x is real part of z. So we can write as tan theta is equal to what? Y is what? Imaginary part of z upon x is what? You know that real part of z. We write in this way also, or we write as theta is equal to theta transfer that side, so we get tan inverse imaginary part of z, okay, imaginary part upon real part of z. So this is the concept of argument or amplitude of any complex number in its argand plane. So this is the concept behind that, okay. Now one important thing is that the angle theta, here the angle theta has infinitely many values differing by multiples of pi, and one important note is that the unique value of theta, let's write one important thing is here, the right, please note that point, the unique value of theta, the unique value of theta, right? This is very important note, please write this, the unique value of theta such that pi is less than theta less than minus pi is less than theta less than or equal to plus pi. This is very important concept of the argument theta, okay. Means theta lie between greater than minus pi but less than or equal to pi, okay, is called the principal value of the amplitude or principal argument, is called the principal value, okay. This is called the principal value of the amplitude of the amplitude. So dear student, this is the whole concept of geometrical representation of a complex number. We discuss about the argand plane. What is argand plane? A plane in which that represent a complex number, that is called its argand plane. And what is the concept of argument of or amplitude of any complex number? Dear students, this is the condition for, this is here theta be the angle and here the line OP. In geometrical representation of any complex number, the length OP represent the modulus of the given complex number, okay. And here theta, let us consider theta be the angle made by the line OP with the positive direction of x in anti-clockwise sense is known as the argument or amplitude of that complex number. So in this way, dear student, we find the theta, that is tan theta is equal to y by x. Y is means what? Imaginary part of z upon real part of z. In this way we get theta is equal to tan inverse, that is. And one important thing is that here theta, the unique value of theta is minus pi less than theta and less than or equal to plus pi is called the principal value of the amplitude. This is the whole concept of that topic. Now dear student, we discuss about the argument of a complex number for different sign of real and imaginary parts. Let's see. Let's see. Now we discuss about the argument or amplitude, argument or amplitude, okay, of a complex number, of a complex number for different sign of, for different sign of real and imaginary part, okay, real and imaginary part. This is one of the most important topic of for your syllabus, okay. Let's see, dear students, here we discuss about the argument or amplitude both are same, of a complex number for different sign of real and imaginary part. Suppose that first condition we discuss about the argument of complex number z is equal to x plus iy. We discuss about the argument of complex number z is equal to x plus iy when x and y both are greater than 0. Both are greater to the, he says it means that x is 0 and y is 0 in which coordinate? Argument plane. This lies in first argument plane. Okay, positive. Therefore the point px representing this in argument plane lies in the first quadrant. Now let's see the figure. Okay, here let us consider here p with the point and xy. Here take theta is equal to alpha. Let alpha be an acute angle here, and here we take m, that is you know that this is point x, this is y. Okay, x dash o x and that is y o y. Dear students, in that case x, we discuss about the argument of complex number z is equal to x plus iy when x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0, means that is x and y both lies in first quadrant in its Argand plane, It is clear from the topic. We discuss about the argument of complex number z is equal to x plus iy when x is and y both are greater than 0, means that x and y both are positive in which quadrant? Both are positive in first quadrant in its Argand plane. Then dear student, in this case if x and y lies in first quadrant, that is in its Argand plane, then the argument of that is the acute angle with is tan alpha is equal to y by x. In that condition the argument of z is equal to tan theta. Here since theta is equal to alpha, so we have argument of z is equal to tan alpha, that is equal to y by x. In that condition, dear students, the argument of complex number theta is equal to alpha. Here alpha be an acute angle. Okay, here alpha be an acute angle. Now dear student, please note that point. In first condition, we discuss about the argument of complex number z is equal to x plus iy when x and y both are greater than 0, means that both are lies in first quadrant in its Argand plane. In that condition, the argument of complex number theta is always equal to alpha, that is argument of z is equal to tan theta, and here theta is equal to alpha, so tan alpha is equal to y by x from the figure. Now we discuss next point. Let's see. Now dear students, second thing is that we discuss argument of z. Let's see. Argument of z is equal to x plus iy when x is less than 0 but y is greater than 0. X is less than 0 but y is greater than 0. In this condition, the point P, that is xy, here x is negative but y is positive, so it lies in second quadrant. This here P lie in that place. Okay, and here dear students, let us consider alpha, let us take m dash. Okay, So in this condition, the point P lies in which quadrant? Lies in second quadrant in its Argand plane. In its Argand plane. That is, in that condition, let's see. Dear students, in this condition, when x is negative but y is positive, it means that x is negative in and y is positive in which quadrant? That is lies in second quadrant. And in that condition, dear students, the point P x y lies in the second quadrant in its Argand plane. So let theta be an acute angle. Okay, theta be an acute angle. So let's see from figure. Here theta is what? Here theta is that na. Then what is the value of theta? Means argument of z. Here theta measuring in the anti-clock direction na. So if we point P lies on third, then here theta will be what? Theta is equal to what? Total is what? 180. That is pi minus alpha. Okay. So if theta be an angle, acute angle, sorry, let alpha be an acute angle. Then the argument of z, that is x plus iy, is given by tan theta is equal to y by x. Here theta is equal to what? Pi minus alpha. Okay, here theta is equal to pi minus alpha, that is tan pi minus alpha is equal to y by x. Now let's see. Yes, tan alpha for it. And let's see alpha theta is equal to y by x. Here the argument of, in that condition, the argument of z is equal to pi minus alpha. Okay, now dear students, second thing is that if the P be any x, the point. So here we discuss about two condition of. Now dear students, if the point, suppose that we discuss the argument of any complex number. Now if we discuss about the argument of that complex number in condition, if it's like, if both are less than y, less than 0. Suppose that we discuss about the argument of any complex number z is equal to x plus iy when x is less than 0 and y is less than 0. It means that P x y lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. If P lies in third quadrant, then please note that, dear students, the argument of z, let's see, if P x y lies in third quadrant, then the argument of complex number is minus pi minus alpha, that is argument of z, that is argument of z is equal theta is equal to, or we can write alpha minus pi. Okay, this is the condition for that, right? Minus alpha minus pi minus alpha, right? So dear student, if P lies in third quadrant, in that condition argument of the complex number is that. Now last condition is that, finally last condition, argument of z is equal to x plus iy when x is greater than 0 and y is less than 0 means what? Here pxy lies in fourth quadrant. In that condition, then the argument of z is equal to what? Is in that condition argument of z is equal to minus alpha. That is argument of z is equal to theta is equal to minus alpha. So this is the four condition, dear students, to find the argument of any complex number. So dear students, this topic is completed. Now we discuss all the topic in the chapter complex number. Now in next class we solve some question based on argument of any complex number. In this way this chapter is to be completed. Okay, now in next class, dear student, we solve some question based on argument or amplitude of complex number. Thank you.